Vitality. It's gone the distance. And it's given us 2 great maps to Counter-Strike. And I think I agree with Janko here. I don't think you can call who's going to take this one, but I think we're in for a treat regardless. GG Bet still actually leading in favor of Vitality. Surprising after how good Liquid looked on that last map. So here it is. Fast A plate on the cards, spilling out through the ramp. Our team, Liquid, Masuta, good for the first, quickly traded, and RPK tries to make some progress happen in through the bench position, but he doesn't find anything yet. Apex, they're already in CT, and they meet him head on.
Yeah, flashing further. Oh, Grim misses some shots. It's the USP to pick up one, but Elite double trades, and shox now knows it's far past the reality of winning this round. Fallen very fast, and it's Elite with 3 and Liquid on the board with their first to start off. And Fallen's given us some great rounds in this series already, especially back on VERTIGO. So Liquid, yeah, they were unable to pull the comeback over on NUKE, but the momentum in their favor after that second. And now we go into Mirage. Apex scouting middle. Firing pot shots. They are out behind the boxes. Nade, ooh, falls a bit short there, so not what he wanted. When the smoke comes down and Vitality are pushed out of middle by Liquid.
Aggression in the apartments, but waiting on the other side is Grim, just sat on these underpass stairs. Hoping he's given a fight, and he will be if he keeps being this patient. Second man swings, Fallen gets the attention, and it allows Grim to pounce in a pretty meaningful way. That B site is just cracked wide open by Team Liquid. And they're going to move in uncontested. Stewie's even hunting down these players that are attempting to save. Not the prettiest spray you've ever seen. But Apex and RPK, they're stuck in this fight with these players over on the catwalk. Liquid, they find this conversion.
Yeah, not much of a save, but you take what you can get in that situation. Liquid already off to a strong start on the T side, a similar juncture. Fully go for Vitality around the saved weaponry. Ooh. Oh, the nades. They come in, only one, re-smoke as well. Apex keeps getting cancelled out of window, unable to do a thing in the middle with this scout. Doesn't really want to save it this round though, right? They're going to have a full buy following, so 5-man setup on A for Vitality, just gambling. Rolling the dice. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Right now with Liquid, CeRq outside of B with a bomb in apartments. Might not be the right read for Vitality.
I mean, this third round is bound to come through. You're bang on, right? They've just missed the stack. And so, you know, you hedge your bets here. If you're Vitality, you were hoping they came A. They didn't go A, they went B. And so you probably just hold on to the armor on the players that have it. Apex with the tag, but it's not the killing blow. And Elise doesn't need to fight that anymore, so he's going to be just fine. Liquid are on to a third round. Vitality will be buying up in the next. I don't think we can see the AWP. I mean, we could, like, blast cannon. We'll take a deagle, kill onto Stewie there to get the AK out of the round. That's something at least to hold on to. Liquid don't want to let you get away with it, so Fallen has been dispatched to chase them down with this MAC-10, and he realizes, he looks at the ground, using his detective talents, he's like, yeah, they've taken that AK, they've got it out of here.
Yeah, if you are actually really bothered about getting the AWP in the fourth, and Apex saves his armor and shox saves the AK, well, you actually can, like, you know, Apex can buy the AWP up and throw it over and still be armed. So, you know, there's a world you can spread this cash around and still manage to get a smoke alongside it, knowing there's AKs in play, one UMP, but by and large, it's a full buy for Liquid here. Double AUG as well. We've been seeing more and more of that in this series from Vitality. Window smoke, zywoo don't care. He's jumping up. Oh, he gets knocked down a peg though into lower. He is trapped. Smoke is down, and they try and molly him out of position. Nice shot for zywoo. The fire though spreading. He's got to hide in the smoke, and at any point they can come from under and kill him. Yeah, I was going to say, if he escapes there, I'll be surprised. Krimz does catch him from below, and even if he didn't, Stewie's at the top of middle. Again, back to B for Liquid. Stewie can't really help in this one, so it's all down to this B crunch.
Yeah, smokes are down right now. Masuta still sat on an incendiary grenade as well, has that to throw in. That could even divide this push in two if they do try and attempt it. For the time being, he's not moving a muscle. Stewie and Naf are working this mid area, but that was just to grab that AWP and put that in the hands of Naf. He's now rejoining the apartments play. But while all this has gone on, Stewie's gotten into a more powerful position down here in the bottom of mid. He can cut off rotations, he can try coming late through short. There's a lot that Stewie can do here. And now the B plays on the cards. Masuta with the swing and the double up as well. Ooh. Ollie's raining through, but he does live to tell the tale. Stewie cutting down these rotations, but that doesn't matter if you don't have the bomb. Naf's been able to grab it and now runs for the hills, looking maybe to make a last-ditch attempt into this A bomb site. So Stewie's role now changes from cutting down rotations to entry fragger as he tries to set up Naf and present a bomb plant in a round where really it shouldn't be happening. This CT swing could decide it all for Vitality, and it's very well timed. Naf knows that he can't get that bomb planted in the 1v3, and so he just runs off to save. It's a good first rifle round from Vitality. I think it was very important that they hit the ground running here in this third map, and so they will.
But it doesn't really provide much other than, you know, that fleeting bit of hope that maybe we can get a bomb plant after all. That's denied by Apex and CT. So I want to see if Vitality keep it up and keep Stewie, you know, contained in this CT side. Easier said than done. Fallen. Oh, mollied. Ow. Oh, and the nade. There's no getting away from the grenades of Vitality. So he'll have to throw his own. Smoke back to window. Push very deep in B is Grim. Liquid are looking for mid picks that aren't being offered up. When that smoke fades, shox is going to be in a great position. Oh, it's re-smoked as well. Nice mid-control for Liquid, right? There's nothing stopping them, nothing contesting it. In fact, they have shox trapped, although he doesn't know it. It's Stewie with the opener. Liquid, they can go wherever they want right now. But why? It was straight away from this B bomb site, right? Even though Masuta looked damn good last round, like, they've already got the pick. Liquid is set up for this play, and in they go.
Yeah, Masuta doesn't hold the line here. This is a save, and he's already tagged down low. Ooh. 1-for-1's it, but that still might be the save call for Vitality. Maybe they give this a look in, right? See if they can get that equalizer. But RPK is already running away, as are the rest of the gang. And so it's a pretty brutal round to have taken away in that fashion. I like it that you isolate the fight at short. You know, once you've dealt with that short player, well, it's only Masuta left in B. And then they actually throw Molotovs in through the window to land at jungle to deny the early rotations. I think that's a really nice way of approaching that B play and using those mid players, not just to cut down players in rotation and, you know, get those lurk kills, but they're even using their utility to slow down the rotates, to leave Masuta as the only thing to worry about in that B bomb site. And so that'll be a fourth on the board for Team Liquid.
Yeah, a few guns saved, right? Enough to buy around it for Vitality. They can drop the AWP. They can do really what they want here. So it's it could be far worse. But Liquid is certainly building into this T side, and they have been waiting for, you know, the 5-on-4 to come in. Most of the time it is. Fallen back on the AWP. 1-on-1, not really had to do much just yet, but we'll see if that changes now. Setting up in the palace and waiting for a push. shox on the balk. And Apex, knowing not to give away the window kill, just holds back safe. Very passive for Liquid, expecting proactive moves for Vitality, and other than zywoo, you know, pushed up on the B apartments with a tag to a lead, there's not really much else to look at for Vitality. They are just waiting for the commitment from Liquid, and it will come through towards this A site. Going for the execute. Bomb is coming back through spawn. Actually, I say that doubles back. Grouping with Fallen and Co. And B, after all, I mean, it's Liquid's home ground, it feels like. This time, though, with the AWP there on zywoo plus masuta on the shore side, it's going to be a tough task to get yourself into this bomb site.
Flash goes into the apartments. They hope that gets the AWP off the angle, but it's not peeking into apps. masuta instead is the man to go peeking in, and now you have to try and run into zywoo as well. That's a pretty meaty B-hold if ever you've seen one. Naf, there's the first, and he spots zywoo as well. Oh, the tag is in. Does get the reload off, but the repeat can come through from the market. It's zywoo to snatch it away, and Vitality are up onto a second. masuta, it's becoming obvious early on that we need these kind of rounds out of him with the B plays that Liquid are throwing in. Whenever he's got these multi-kills, Vitality rather have found the round. So good as well. The fact that he gets that third jumping up on top of the van, that didn't look like it was meant to be, and yet he makes it work.
Mid-air spray transfer to the third, like, yeah, that's just, can't account for that if you're Liquid. Even get the mollies down and everything, and yeah, Elige, like, what more can you do? The execute looked perfect, and masuta just strips it apart. Now the money's starting to drip dry for Liquid as well. Fallen's on a Mac. But yeah, it's great to see this kind of legwork out of masuta as well, especially considering how I feel like whenever we get Nevera in, he's always performing. And, you know, it would suck if one is and the other isn't, and you're swapping them out on a map and then they're underperforming, and you're questioning, well, what could have happened if we had X player in? But no, masuta really holding his own. And Liquid don't care. They don't give a damn. They're going right back to B with a vengeance.
Third time's the charm, right? In they go, masuta. They're asking him again to hold the line, and oh, we had a timing there, but instead they're deep now. Missing that one opportunity you're given. You don't have many more of them. Stewie with the double entry, and the B site is overrun once more by Team Liquid. I like to think this is going to do a hefty amount of conditioning to Vitality to leave a second man here, such as zywoo. Because now a man down. If nothing presents itself soon, it might just be another one of these saves. shox is already out at short, and Elige doesn't seem aware, but he'll swing onto it and lock in the kill. The AWP picked up by RPK, but he's getting wrapped. The no-scope in. But that's probably where his journey draws to an end, and indeed it is. 5 for Liquid. The B site just getting abused. And this is great, you know, like in a way you can keep running this till it really, you know,
till it stops.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a hard set. Thank you, Hugo. That's why you're here.
Yeah, no, I agree, right? Even though masuta's actually looking damn good in some of these rounds, well, in this one, they actually catch him off, right? Like you said, he had a chance, but the one chance he had was a play jumping off a balk, and he didn't want to commit to it, and then he swings back out and gets domed. So, yeah, like he's either had, you know, multi-kills or just nothing, and that's a good gamble for Liquid. They'll take those odds, especially considering we're seeing, you know, more and more mid-control out of them. So, Vitality, Elige saw zywoo on the cross. He finishes the job, and Apex, wanna watch out. Stewie will actually take him down from under instead, and masuta's pushed up on catwalk. I mean, it's only an eco, right? Vitality are looking to win deagle fights. We saw what masuta could do with his back on Vertigo, but this should just be Liquid ultimately winning their battles for the most part. There's masuta gone as well, another in connector, and it might just be 5 kills in middle here for Liquid. They don't have to go anywhere. Forget picking a bomb site. Middle is your bomb site. 6-2. So one or the other. shox taking his towards B, zywoo A. And so again, mid is not going to be the other solution for Vitality, at least so they think. With the molly going down for Apex, he's trying to put any pressure on this area, but Liquid aren't taking it for a change. They decide to hold back and put on the brakes, see if Vitality want to get aggressive. That is a common, you know, solution to constant mid takes, getting 2 players pushed up at the boxes with flashes raining over from the A side of the map. So Liquid's patience pays off. Nothing here, and now with the window smoke coming in late, they can start to clear it.
Oh, the flick is in from Fallen. Opens the round up. And gives you a lot more room again. Top con smoke going to get thrown over. It'll land, and this gives connector control over to Team Liquid. Now, lurking around in at ramp as well is Naf, trying to come in on this late peek. Elige loves doing this, right? He gets ahead of the con smoke. He's ready to peek from stairs. This is something you've got to be ready for if you're Vitality. And Apex, while he wins that fight, things are heating up for him now. zywoo inside of A will put up a double, but it's Naf on this lurk. They don't check for RPK, and it's down to the 1v1. RPK closes it, retrieves the AWP as well.
And it's that we've seen Liquid go towards that B bomb site, but yeah, nice read from Apex and Co, and Vitality now salvage something. Money isn't pretty, FAMASes are plenty. No AWP for Liquid either.
And is this just the standard execute coming through for Liquid, right? Seen this 1,000 times before. Smokes go in, Liquid to follow. But with two players tucked in over at Firebox, this could get really weird really quickly. RPK, shox has dove through the smoke as well. No one's checked for RPK yet, so he goes undetected for now. But all the kills come up in favor of Liquid in the blink of an eye, and zywoo is left a long way away from the action. All the way over at that B side of the map. A simple A execute from Liquid works wonders with all the individuals showing up. In spite of there being 4 players in that bomb site for Vitality, it's a Liquid round with only Elige falling.
Ooh, barrel. Hello, Stewie. And he unscopes and misses the flick. Timing is unfortunate. He thinks Stewie's tucked and he wants to clear him, but Counter-Strike timing, it will bite you right back. Yeah, I mean, look at those Molotovs down right on that site, right? Not just triple molly, but a bench swing denied. Even though someone goes through it later, Liquid win every fight. A lot of whiff shots. RPK gets away with one, but he can't convert to the Palace player. And even swinging the bench smoke just results in Liquid getting more and more picks into A. 7-3 and a force buy for Vitality as well. Desperate times. Call for desperate measures, and Naf answers the call, killing 2, pushing Palace. Still an A stack for Vitality. And they're going to send the 3rd man in. Why not? That's why not. Naf is still patrolling, still controlling the map. And a 5-on-2, well, likely a done deal.
Liquid are so in control of this game right now. It's terrifying. Oh, shox, man, you're in a really rough spot here. There's the deagle to open up the round, and a second found as well. It was 2 nice shots, right? But he needed 5, really. And so this is an 8th on the board for Team Liquid. zywoo lost in the source all the way back in T-spawn. And even then, Liquid are hunting him down.
No survivors. No prisoners. Well,
actually, we got a survivor on our hands here. Here you go.
Yeah, not a prisoner, though. He's not trapped. I mean, Liquid should just let this one go, right? I think at this point, even though he is low, you don't want to lose too many guns. You do want to keep your economy intact. But Naf is here.
Yeah, him and Naf dodged each other, right, when Naf left Palace. So there's the lock-in.
That 4 from Naf, big round as well. Killing 3 players, pushing his way. And this is just a really, really good T-side for Liquid. Vitality have had no answers in the rounds that, Liquid have taken mid. They then follow by holding on to it and waiting for aggression. If Vitality decide that that's a solution, well, they're going to be met with, likely a hard hand. Heavy smokes into middle again, out of spawn, full eco, P250s. Oh, look at the pace of this mid to be as well. It's what Liquid were doing in the game against Faze. Elige is so fast up catwalk, and he knows about the boost as well. RPK gone to Stewie, and now you can just start styling, start diving in, out and about. Elige with another, Grim with a nade, should be able to clear Masuta, who gets pushed into his face. And now Apex dead under, surely. There it is. Liquid. They're just having fun with it at this point.
I mean, yeah, there hasn't really been much of a contest. That early conditioning you did over towards B has worked, shifting up this default for Vitality. You know, we've had zywoo there a hell of a lot. Well, then they're quick to exploit that with these mid and A plays, knowing that AWP is going to be lacking. And like so often, right, when Vitality were in these situations, you could always look at zywoo and say, well, you know, he's the X factor. He's the guy who can step up and almost single-handedly turn the game around. Really, across every map so far, it barely even had to say his name. First map, it was Apex doing incredible stuff for Vitality. But this double AWP now, we want it to show up, and it does get the 2 openers.
Yeah, in sync picks for Vitality. That's something. That's certainly something. But you do not want to, you know, get ahead of yourself and think this is already a 1 round. Liquid are going to bleed it for everything it's worth. Apex with a lot of info on ramp. The danger of full flanking is if you do get A split by a Palace player and up connector and you're left in T-spawn on a big flank, you could be left out of the action. But with Fallen up and apps, it certainly looks like a B play. So this flank is actually huge. Oh, Fallen dead. And now any chance of winning this round really goes out the window. Maybe they should jump into it instead. Try and get behind enemy lines. But it will be heard by masuta, who's up in ladder. Bye-bye, Stewie. Only a Liege and RPK swings out. Flawless round for Vitality. That was what they needed, right? Not just the AWPs finding the openers, but actually keeping players alive. Means they have a little bit of room to breathe in terms of economy. Liquid even calling a pause. A definitely good time to do so, right? Like, you can 11-4 this half right now if you're Liquid. You want to make sure you can do everything in your power to secure an extremely one-sided half.
Yeah, and of course now Liquid are aware of these double AWPs being in play. You know, I think it kind of blindsided them running into an AWP at either bomb site, right? Yeah. Both nailing those opening bomb sites, right? Wouldn't be a bad time to do it. You've shown already that you're more than willing to go for something like that. It's a good way of cancelling out these AWP angles.
They hold mid early. zywoo back to B apps with shox and spawns, so the same setup with these AWPs, just waiting for kills to come to them. Liquid bounding out into middle. Vitality respect that decision, they give them the room. Window smoke and Grim coming from under. masuta in ladder, there's often been a player there, so that's something Liquid should stay aware of, even if they kill RPK. Apex drawing them in. Do we have this boost, right? We've not already seen Liquid do that. It was prominent in the Faze game, more often on B app split, but you know, still an option with Liquid being given so much room in middle. They could certainly try and go for it. Obviously, masuta's often been there to put a stop to that boost. They get up con. RPK doesn't know yet. Now the top con smoke, let's see if Elige tries to sneak into the stairwell. Yeah, Apex, is he ready for this? It's happened time and time again, and Elige pounces from the sidelines, even killing the AWP. RPK forced into a fight that he does not want to take, and masuta trying to chase, but the smoke provides cover for Liquid on A.
Yeah, bomb now down, and it might just have to be the save. masuta makes his presence known, and he's trapped on the stairs right now. Oh, there's fire there, and he goes running through it. Does live to tell the tale, but for him and zywoo, tail's tucked between their legs. They're saving. Liquid are on to 10. I love that top con smoke. I think Liquid utilize it so well. Elige is always the man to make that stairs play happen. He's great at it. It's something that Vitality needs to be more ready for when that top connector smoke comes in, because he's so often the guy to go ahead and do that. And then that smoke ends up working in 2 different ways for Liquid. Not only is it the thing that, as we just saw, makes it impossible for masuta to chase, you know, and actually get those trade kills, get Liquid as they're trying to get the bomb down, but it's also like an offensive smoke, you know, that you're able to play through and use it to create openers in that A bomb site. Liquid are up on a 10, and Vitality staring down the barrel of a very one-sided first half. One last chance at a 5th, but you bang on, Hugo. Liquid, they wanted to 11-4 this half. They wanted to give Vitality no breathing room. And they're one round away from doing exactly that.
Well, mazutא, finally the mid push is here. I mean, Liquid have been waiting for this eventuality, waiting for this reaction in a lot of these rounds, but are they ready for it now? Finally coming in late in the half. Elite is out the top, always being pressured. The Molly might be forced to use a smoke here. He's trying to tuck himself into the corner to avoid wasting util, but they're getting close. He hears the steps, pulls out the gun. It's all too late. They're already over the top of the box, and Apex finds another advantage. 5-on-3. Vitality have yet to lose a round that they start this strongly. Naf is looking for picks out A, but now with players running back in from middle, A is a strong hold after all. Good kill from Fallen, but there's still a crossfire in the site.
A jungle, top con smoke rather, throwing in from A ramp. That makes matters a little bit worse for Apex, who's trapped on the other side of it. And RPK backs out, conceding a lot of control into this bomb site. You don't have any angles looking down to deny this cross, but you do have the palace hold from zywoo. At the very, very least, it's Fallen in with another, turning this around from a 5-on-3 to a 3-on-3, but the CT swing is dominant, and Vitality, they do get Vitality.
Yeah, the T sides have certainly been a little bit scary today on the Vitality side, so someone needs to be the hero here because Liquid have taken a commanding lead in the third map of this series. 4 on A, and here come Vitality into the stack. It couldn't be much worse than this. How will they fare? That's a good start. Apex killing Grim, and now everyone's attention diverted away from the true prize, which is this connector play. 4 players coming through. Stewie in the palace, not checked. All plant cancelled. That's a good move, and mazutã pays off with the kill. He's going to go back for it, but they're chasing him down on the site. mazutã, the hero of this round, perhaps 3 kills, and Fallen now has to climb high and fly high in the 1v2. Moves into the site. They're going to chase him with the Glocks, and Fallen, no chance for 4. It's going to be mazutã taking that right back. Oh my, what a big round for mazutã, especially when Apex dies to default or on default to Stewie in Palace. It would have been easy for mazutã, who was halfway through the plant animation just to commit, but he gets off it, he kills Stewie, and then he cleans up the round. So yeah, big move from him. He has definitely looked good in this series, undoubtedly. But yet to be featured on a winning map. Will that change as Vitality take a pistol and look to pull back the comeback?
Liquid are really making use of Palace, right? They keep getting given this, and Elige is now pushed up there as well. That's going to lead to an early rotation around towards this B bomb site, because Elige don't hear anything. And so Liquid is stacked 4 strong inside of B. Well, I say that, and actually, of course, as I say it, Fallen leaves. Now they realize it is the B hit. They were right in this assumption, and they should have kept these numbers here. They've lost 2 of the 3 players. Grim's cancelled out as well. So it is just going to be this save. It's a bit of a shame, man. Like Liquid, they look like they made their mind up. They made the read. And then because it isn't immediate, because they're not straight into B, they changed their minds.
Yeah, you've got to commit with your gambles, right? Like, you can't be left second guessing yourself, especially in a round like this where, you know, you're not going to win it unless you make a really good, like, a really good read. And so, you know, with risk comes reward. Liquid don't take the risk and are left empty-handed, saving a Galil and a Scout. This is it. This Vitality now switch on momentum. They can certainly pull a comeback here with a 3-0 lead into this half. Check that out on the B stream if you are so inclined. But this one's a lot closer, so I suggest you stick around.
They hear you, and Apex just chases him down. Naf somehow USP zywoo. Oh. But then a kind of anticlimactic ending to that round there. Naf may as well have a look in. He's got a Mac 10, he can make some money here. You don't really want it in the next round either. But everyone being fairly low, the Mac 10 could make some cash for Team Liquid. Regardless, Vitality have closed this scoreline up nicely, and Liquid are going to be kicking themselves, right? Not only did they have a chance at an 11-4 half, but these pistol rounds that Liquid have been great at picking up when it's crunch time, doesn't come through in this game. And that now means Vitality are nipping at their heels, right behind you. See, if the plan was always to throw the MAC-10 away, I would have tried to see what I can get.
Yeah, some people like stats, Harry. Some people like numbers.
Yeah, not only that, I guess there were still SMGs in play for Vitality, so you're just denying a little more money, right?
Doesn't make too much difference in the long run anyway. We've got the buy here for Liquid. We've got the orb out for Fallen, and League even orging in window as well. He's not been smoked off, but he's still going to concede. It's an A play for Vitality by the looks. Set up very early. Apex is coming in from under, so Masuta's going to wait for him, as will those Palace players. I was looking for a pick with the orb. If it gets gifted, then that would really open up this A site, and there is a chance, after all, with the window player just moving back in. Elige doesn't know how lucky he just got on that timing, but he could still get caught out moving to look at the A site. zywoo not moving. Grim jumps up and shox takes him down a peg. Beautiful headshot. Molly under. Stewie's been there many rounds, not today. Fallen now having to do it all from CT. He is supported at least by Elige, who's actually coming on a very safe rotation. But with that kill not going their way, Liquid are conceding the round. They're just going, fine, you can have it. Plant A, take an opener, it's yours. But the worry is, Harry, Masuta is waiting for this inevitability. The bomb is planted for him, so that's the game plan. But if he hears so much as a footstep, he can start to chase these apartment players away like shox is already doing. In order to make this round worth it, Liquid need to keep their guns.
Yeah, massively right. There's no worse feeling than not even attempting a round and then still not getting out of it with the prize that you eyed up, which is this save. It's also scary because now for Liquid, like, this is a real grind. Like, this is far more grindy than you would have liked at a 10-5 half. The money is so stacked for Vitality, and the confidence is starting to build up as well. So here we go, another chance at redemption, another chance to keep this lead, and Vitality doing everything in their power to claw their way back into this game. It's 10 to 9, I almost said 10 to 10. Who knows, maybe it will be in just a moment's time. Vitality looking like they want to explode into this A bomb site. 3 in Palace, 1 at ramp, and zywoo selling a mid lurk, but Fallen besting him in that head-to-head. Elige, good for the opener, and the tag onto Masuta leaves him low. There's Grim to finish the job, and into the crossfires they go. It's Apex left up. Oh, there's a man trapped behind default. The other two with a mystery, and the weapon switch.
It's not pretty, is it? But it's around for Liquid. It's them on the board, and it's taken some time for them to do it. That's huge for Liquid, considering the consequence of the previous round, right? Losing 1 man and calling a save, that's a heartbreaker. Liquid needed to make it worthwhile by winning the follow-up, and that they do. So keeping themselves above water. Grim with a big hold on the A site as well. But still a very scary round for Vitality, and they just buy right back in, obviously. shox does not have armor. He's going to go back. No? Oh, God. He's just completely forgotten to buy Kevlar with $5,000. That's not what you like. He's lurking in mid as well. Nades could wreck him, but zywoo wrecks Grim, and Fallen tucked close is cleared by RPK. The armor might not matter if Stewie or shox in middle anyway. Ollie's come under. Again, clearing the positions that Liquid have been frequenting, but with 2 kills on close ramp, it's safe to say there's no one left in the A site. Elige looking to change that, but he has to do everything and then some.
Yeah, how on earth do you win this if you're Elige? That's not a bad start, but yeah, that was always the problem, right? So many players who could trade that kill. So the tug of war don't last long before Liquid are dragged through the dirt over in A. 10 on the board for Vitality. Still keeping this game up in the air. And once more, they're trying to hunt these saving players. shox is going to hear the footsteps up in the apartments. Now, Naf is rotating through the bomb site late, and he needs to keep this gun in play, which he will.
I think shox wins that fight if he has Kevlar. Like, he hit a shot, but he got aim punched pretty quickly. The spray might have been his. That's a difference it can make. It doesn't feel like a lot, but you can't win a spray battle with no Kevlar. But it's fine, like it doesn't really have too many consequences. And the kills even come through for Vitality. masuuta gets them both. Oh, insult to injury.
Man, forget about zywoo. We should be focusing on masuuta as the potential hero here, because it was him, let's not forget, who won that pistol round for Vitality. That is the entire foundation that this second half comeback was built upon, was on the back of masuuta. Even looking at their CT side, well, one of the reasons that Vitality were even able to put together anything were those masuuta B holds early on. The fact he was able to repel them out of that B play twice. So things are looking up for masuuta. We've had our hero start to emerge, and if he can keep this up, Vitality is still in with a shot.
Oh, that could have been it. zywoo with a quick peek on B. The jump is dodged. And Naf, he won't be going back for that anytime soon. Just a re-smoke. They run through. Naf with a spray, but he's blinded after one. And now at the back of the site, having to do it all is Stewie 2K. Molly is going to push anyone out of the car into default. Stewie can't see anything yet. That's a teammate Molly to try and keep car contained, and Stewie gets aggressive to catch zywoo with the AWP, posted for the market. No cover from his teammates, although the trade, and Molly's flying in from all directions is information for Vitality. That's two separate Mollies from market, and now they can know where the bulk of this retake is coming through from.
Oh, masuuta, he's going to get flashed in by Apex. They're trying to set him up to end this round here and now. Grim's gone running past him, and as a result, Fallen never gets the information. He's blindsided by masuuta up close. Elige gets it close, but Apex hot on his heels with the trade, and Vitality tie us up at 11-2. Come back into play.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that convincing, right? It was 10-5, but you lose the pistol, and this is sometimes just what happens, right? It's false confidence. It's feeling comfortable when maybe you can't afford to. And Vitality won a pistol. They clean the anti-ecos. They win a buy round. And next thing you know, we're in this position. Even Stevens, zywoo spots a comp player, but he jumps away. It's Fallen with a scout, looking to window instead. Vitality just hold off in this round. They know that it's a low buy. They're very good at cleaning up these anti-ecos. So window smoke in. Fallen doesn't want to break the vent, although he will late. Gives him his path to CT, far safer than going through the A site. masuuta waiting, and he's got one. Can't follow up. Elige given a gun and a chance in the Palace to do some damage. shox finds him with a Mac 10. Naf needed the kill. He needs anything he can get, but they're hunting him down on the site, and Vitality do deal with this eco round with ease. Only the CZ left.
So this is where you got to wonder, right? Fallen, Moses, are these two trained in the Heimlich? They're the ones who need to stop this from happening. Because Vitality now in the lead on the back of the broken money. The momentum starts to switch, because now Vitality are believing. You know, you kind of have Vitality looking like they were down in the dumps, right? You could feel the frustration. It was a close game on NUKE. Either team could have won it. Liquid blew Vitality out of the water on VERTIGO. It wasn't even close, but now here on the back of a very one-sided first half, but a pistol victory not going their way, and then the money, the stars aligning for Vitality. They're now the ones in the lead.
The French side in mid in this half. It's not like Liquid have had any say there. The AWP's never been in window. They never aggro pushed it. Maybe these are answers for Liquid. Elige going to be jumping up on catwalk. zywoo bails in the molly, and Elige does get aggressive. So yeah, I like the push. I like the space taken by Liquid, and if Elige can get a kill out of it, that could be huge. masuuta flashed out by his teammate, and Stewie set Elige up for success. Now just resetting and regrouping with an advantage. This is a beautiful start for Liquid. Pressure's now on Vitality.
And a huge player to take out of the round. masuuta has so often been the guy creating this space, making these opportunities happen. Well, this time Elige just clotheslines him. It all grinds to a bit of an uneasy halt here for Vitality. Fallen dispatches of one of these two ramp players, and RPK, like, what can he even do here? Last thing he wants is to swing out with that bomb alone, be untradeable, and just give that to Team Liquid, because then that's the round locked in. So that forces Vitality to remove this mid-aggression they were hoping was going to play in tandem with these ramp players, and instead, they've just got to join the offensive. They've just got to move in as three. Fallen's AWP is back in CT. zywoo scoped up on the angle. These are not the fights that zywoo often loses. Fallen swinging out, lands the tag, and zywoo's brought down low. A real soft underbelly now exposed on this AWP. For Vitality, the swing comes in. shox has got their back. Up onto the stairs he goes, but a triple peek from the con side. It's not going to happen. Team Liquid, they find round number 12, and they only lose one man in the process.
Oh, that was brutal, wasn't it? I mean, the double opener certainly helps with the lead up mid and Fallen finding one, but you know, Vitality, desperate times, just trying to storm out the A ramp, and with Fallen hitting zywoo, finished off by the nade, the triple com play. Very difficult round for Vitality to really get any say in the matter. Double AWP. Naf is joining Fallen here, not Stewie this time. Apex smokes a molly. It's a quick round for Vitality, and they may come to regret it. It was only one man committing with the flash, and Fallen blinded out will win that battle. Elige, another bomb dropped. Elige holding on to middle, and Liquid now back in control, now feeling the game again. Oh, Elige knows. He's got a third. Beautiful. 1-on-5 for RPK. Blink and you miss it. This round looks done, and Stewie will make it so. AK saved, AWPs are available, and you know, the money that is still there for Vitality is now going to get drawn into question soon. T timeout first. Liquid are locking in back-to-back rounds. So back and forth though, right? Like, this has been so unclear as to who's winning, where it's going. Like said on the desk, like an impossible game to predict.
And really have that same thing yet for Team Liquid. Well, now Elige is emerging as that character for us to keep an eye on. The one who can turn the tide in this series right at the last hurdle. Oh, when you're in a pinch, man, Elige is the guy for the job. Opener secured again.
Yeah, he'll sprinkle some salt on you. And right now, Vitality, another round, a man down out of the gate. They've been, you know, hard pressed to win these positions. That's a absolutely filthy nade. And with all these AK secured as well, I mean, we just saw Elige just one bullet Apex up mid. Well, Stewie's got the same chance to do so towards the bench. If he uncrouches, he could have seen RPK, but tucked in waiting for the commitment, and he might get it. Back turn for the AWP. zywoo walks into Stew, and Mizuta does get that crucial trade, but there's already two players here. Naf misses his shot, but coming out through the market is Elige to try and help out, and this is not a man you want to trifle with, not a man you want to rifle against, and Naf will steal the glory with two. shox 1-on-4, gets the plant. There's at least that, but money is not the problem really for Vitality. It's getting rounds on the board, and Liquid are denying it in all fronts.
How does shox want to approach this? He's going to try and take some kind of early engagement, right? Something to tip the scales, because a 1v4 with them free reign on the bomb site, just playing post-plant, you're not winning that, and shox knows it. He's good in these clutch scenarios. He hears the connector players crossing. CT has been cleared, so eventually they've got to consider somewhere else. The bomb is not planted for shox, and they're already on that defuse, so the round was a lock-in all along. On plant at least, but it's still 14 on the board for Liquid.
It's just they're all falling in favor of Liquid, right? So Vitality back to middle. Stewie's taking it away from Naf, and for good reason. With a shot like that, shox is gone, and well, as we were saying, these early advantages still in the Liquid camp. No getting through, no getting past, and oh my, it's a mow down. Elige finally dead, but it's too little too late for Apex, and Liquid find 15 like that. This series coming to its culmination, and it might be a brutal end for Vitality, who at one point had max money on this T side, now have nothing to show for it.
Yeah, I mean, the moment this double up came out, it has been a good night to Vitality. Elige building confidence, getting set up with all the extra utility that Liquid had. It's been unstoppable. Masuta trying to go fast out ramp. It's actually zywoo to snatch that opener away. And a low player peeking the stairs. It's Fallen, putting on a little bit of a masterclass for us. Elige helping out from behind triple. And this is all but falling apart. shoxy, last man standing, 1v3. And he's been spotted now in the bottom of middle. The bomb dropped in Liquid's eyesight. And for shox, he knows that this one don't look like it's coming up. Vitality, the flash leaves him blind. And Team Liquid do it. They take